Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This time, I got a Rathalos deck to show you. This is a deck that I've been working on for a while, and it's gone through various changes, but I finally believe that I found the perfect balance for it. It's a deck that concentrates both on offense and defense. Concentrate on the contour cards for this one. Both the level 6 and 7 produce a good amount of damage, especially with their passive being procced, and also with the amount of health that they have, allow them to sustain a lot of damage. So, given that the amount of cards that I have, the ability ones that trigger a lot of damage and also health and also shielding, and with Blazing Wall, it allows them to cause a lot of havoc on the field. With the lower MP cards that I've added, it allows my higher MPs to be supported in both shielding, stunning, or +1 damage, and it allows my higher MP cards to cause as much possible damage to a particular slot and allowing it to have full control on the field. With all that being said, I've added 3 matches into this video and I allowed 3 different matchups to see what this deck can do in various situations. So I hope that you enjoyed the video and I'll try to analyze it as much as I possibly can.
You will rue the day you defied me.
Being that I was going up against an Ouroboros Wesker, I knew that I had to dish out as much possible damage before I allowed him to build up his side. Thankfully I had a counter for his murderous spikes right here, so it allows my card to just run freely and do as much possible damage before he has a way to counter it. Great thing about these rush and agility cards is that it forces people to just use high MP destructive cards against it because they have no other way of going around it. You let it out on the field for too long and it's definitely going to take huge amount of chunks of your health. Being a Wesker player myself, especially in Ouroboros one, I know that the key thing of playing as Wesker is being patient and allowing yourself to build. Knowing that, I knew that I didn't want to just start throwing in as much possible cards on the field because I know that he has a card, you guys will know which one, that will be able to fully counter my cards and possibly cost me the game. So I knew that I had to be as patient as possible and allow him to, think that he has full control or that he can bounce back from this. I honestly felt so bad for this Wesker because every time he tried to use Murderous Spike, I always had a counter for it. Either like the +1 damage or +3 when I get 2 memory from it. But man, this guy was not having a good time with me.
Preparations complete. You think you can stand against a god? Behold my omnipotent power. Son, you're eager to play.
I always preach about being patient, but as you can obviously see, I don't have that much patience even though I talk about it so much. I really shouldn't have ulted, but I was just scared that he was going to pop out a card last second and just kill my contour. So Gabe did and I ulted and it ended up costing me, my ult. So now I have no possible ult for any other card right now. I think right here is the best example of what I said before about this deck being perfectly balanced in the amount of damage that it can give and the amount of damage it can receive. You'll be able to see the amount of damage that both the contour cards can do from its already base damage plus the +1 damage that's being procced from the kernel, and the amount of damage it produces from their passives alone. It's enough to perfectly clear a slot. And also you can see it being shown here with the amount of health that these cards have that are on the opponent's side, and seeing how much it just melts through all of them completely.
So, you're eager to play. I don't have time for your interference.
There's the comeback I was talking about, the living death, but thankfully I had Agent's Memories to just finish it right there and secure the victory.
Feel the wrath of my fist! I am supreme! You lack discipline. I am supreme!
So this is what I was talking about at the start of the video, of how lower MP cards, because of their either abilities or their after death abilities, can help out the higher MP cards in a certain situation. Right here, thankfully because of trauma, I managed to stun the Tyrant and not have to worry about the damage it can give my Contour, and allowing my Contour to survive and give the amount of damage that it could dish out to both the Tyrant and the zombie card above.
Die 1,000 deaths! Damn you!
When I started seeing him stack up that passive onto that card, I knew that he wanted to get as much possible MP to counter my card, so I decided to use Trump card to be able to use the amount of MP that I get to dish out another Colonel to be able to get more damage going onto the field before he gets the chance to stack as well. Because the thing about Akuma, especially Raging Demon, it's that its purpose is that if it has a card that it can ult with, it's going to clear your board really fast depending on what the card is. So you're going to want to just be able to dish out as much damage before he gets enough MP to do so. I'm sorry, AP to do so.
I'll take you on.
One was definitely my favorite match because you get to see how this deck can do in a lot of high pressure situations, because this Chun-Li did not let me breathe, bro. Like, seriously, I was always on the edge in this match because he was just dishing out as much possible damage as he can, man, and it was very difficult for me to keep up. So thankfully I had this card right here, man. It's a double-edged sword, because it can definitely counter, you know, and destroy your cards as well. But man, it's just gonna clear the whole board on both ends, you know. So I definitely was happy that I had this card to come clutch in at this situation right here, because it allowed me to just clear every single card that he dishes out. Because playing Yon on top of all this, Chun-Li just has cards that just accumulate so much MP. And so it's just going to be able to help her produce as much possible cards on the field. So thankfully, because of the passive of the card, it allows me to just give as much damage as possible onto the field and just clearing it out completely.
Just give up already. Can't lose this. My spirit burns.
Things are looking horrible for me here. Like, you guys had no idea how I was feeling when I was playing this match. I was just thinking, damn, dude, like, this is it. I gotta use the trump card. I gotta see what I can do with the amount of MP that I get and the cards that I have on my hand right now. So, man, this was a very stressful match, and you guys are gonna see how crazy this deck pops off right here. Just to clarify something here, the reason why I use Agent's Memories instead of just putting the Colonel on the field was because as you guys have seen, she has, from what it feels like, an unlimited amount of mana. So I knew that I'm gonna have to sacrifice that card and use Colonel as a way to defend myself from the oncoming damage that she's gonna be able to do, because, well, I mean, like I mentioned, you don't know how much mana she has. It feels like it's unlimited, bro, like seriously. So thankfully, because I managed to hold on the Colonel, I managed to secure this victory from not taking the damage that she could have done and completely have ended me right then and there. But man, this match right here, god damn, I was sweating it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it.